Hello, Sam from Sound on Sound magazine here. I'm at the NAMM show in Anaheim, California. I'm on the Soundtoys booth with Tony. How are you, Tony?
Good, how are
Great
you?
to see you.
Thanks for coming by.
Now, for the last 5 years, I've been coming to the Soundtoys booth at various shows, and have you got anything new? And they're like,
Yeah.
coming soon.
Soon.
We come to the Soundtoys booth at this year's show, and you have something new. Amazing.
Absolutely. So at NAMM 2023, we've unveiled our new plugin. It's called SuperPlate, and this is the bigger brother to our little plate plugin that you might be familiar with already. So we've modeled 4 more plates. So little plate was based off of the EMT 140, but this time we brought in 4 more plates. So in total, you get 5 different plates options. We have the EMT 140, Gold Foil 240, the Audicon plate, EcoPlate III, and Stocktronics. So, and not only did we model the plates themselves, we also modeled the EMT amp section. So you get 3 different saturation styles on each of the plates. So we have a V54 2 preamp style, we have a 162 solid state style, which has a built-in compressor in the actual unit. So it sounds super smooth if you're sending some drum transient stuff through it. And also we have a clean sound. So you get pretty much, 5 different plates and 3 different saturations to choose from. Of course, like little plate, we have half a second decay all the way up to infinity to create some imaginary, like super imaginary spacey effects for sound design. And built-in pre-delay, a lot of people might find it helpful for singers, guitarists that might want a little bit more space between the dry signal and the reverb. We also have a modulation built in, and this time we've added a tweak button so we can now further modulate the signal more. We have a fully parametric EQ. We've got 2 bands that you can use here, and you can change the Q just by a switch of a button. We also have high filter and low filter. And the great thing is you can change the dB per octave, the slope on the actual filter itself. So there's no need to bring up another EQ after this reverb. And with the new auto decay feature, this is acting almost like a sidechain compressor, but rather than turning down the audio, it's turning down the seconds value of the actual reverb. So, for example, I can set up to 8, or 8 to 16, or whichever long decay I'd like, and then set the threshold to for example, where the kick hits, and then change the target to a shorter, 2 seconds, for example, and then it'll intelligently, dynamically duck the actual decay of the reverb from a longer tail to a shorter tail. This, takes care of a lot of the mud and help preserve the transient information. So if you're sending drum kits through the reverb, having the dynamic sidechain on the auto decay will help you clean out a lot of that mud. And of course, we have stereo control, so you can go from instant mono to instant stereo with a switch like that. And this is coming out later this month. Later in May. Yes.
Amazing. So tell us a little bit about some of the other plates that you've modeled here, because I guess everyone knows about the EMT 140, right? But maybe not so much about the Stocktronics or some of the others.
So yeah, it's funny because we were actually talking about a lot of these listings were on reverb.com, so we were just reading through all of the notes, and it's super interesting. The Gold Foil 240 has a different material in the plate itself. It has a different dimension than the EMT 140. Therefore, it creates a different, I would say, somewhat a denser sound. And the Audicon plate was from Nashville. It was a plate that was kind of, I would say, competitive with the EMT 140 plate, but at a cheaper price. And it has a very distinct sound itself that was very popular, so it's another option. And we've got the EcoPlate, which there's a few different renditions of it. This one that we specifically modeled is the 3rd one, and it has a beautiful, warm, vintage, kind of a rich harmonic content sound. And the Stocktronics RX4000 comes from Stockholm, and it is a very clean, dense, but very airy sound. So you get 5 different options, and again, 3 different saturation styles that were modeled after the V54 tube amp on the EMT, as well as the 162 solid state amp on the EMT.
Amazing. Thank you, Tony. So available in May, and what sort of price are we looking at?
So so we're introducing the plugin next month, and it's retailing for $149 USD. There might be an introductory price for those that are early adopters. And also, if you own Soundtoys 5.3 already, including Little Play, EchoBoy, and all that, you can upgrade to Soundtoys 5.4 for only $60. And if you have Little Play and you'd like to upgrade to SuperPlate, it's also $60.
Amazing.
And if you have Effect Rack, but you don't own other Soundtoys plugins, you can purchase SuperPlate at its retail price and use it in Effect Rack.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Well, I'm really looking forward to trying it out.
It's going to be
Thanks,
great.
Tony.
Thank you so much.
Excellent. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.